Well everyone, it's that time, and by that time I am of course referring to the 1000 subscriber Q&A that I've decided to do on the channel, which is funny because as I am making this, I'm like just on the verge of hitting 2000 subscribers. So I just want to thank you all because it's absolutely took me by surprise and the support has been amazing. I'm gonna keep striving to make better content about both zombies and Minecraft, and I know I've been lacking in the Minecraft department lately, but I got some ideas, so that's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, back when I hit 1000 subscribers, which wasn't even that long ago, I asked in a few videos and like a community post for questions for the Q&A video I was planning, and there were some really interesting questions that I saw, and so let's just get into answering them. This first question is from Ranger Rex, and they say, what's your opinion on COD now? Do you think it's more work to get the blueprints and stuff you buy in the whole game? And also, did you know to buy everything in the game, it costs $500+? So I'm gonna go ahead and just unpack the first part of this question, and I'm guessing that they mean COD as a whole as opposed to just zombies. So if you ask me, COD as a whole, it's walking on very thin ice, to be honest, okay? Really treading on eggshells, because I just feel like a new one comes out and no one is happy with it, because there's always just a few things that is pulling it down, and this might be the microtransactions. I think for Cold War, it's gotta be the multiplayer that is really putting a bad taste in people's mouths. With the skill-based matchmaking, people are not happy about it, and I haven't touched multiplayer much as a result of that. Luckily, I'm more of a zombies guy, but yes, zombies has its issues as well, and when you think about the future of zombies, it's kind of scary to think how much longer we're gonna have it for, because in all honesty, with the way COD is going, it might not be much longer. But I am, however, enjoying Cold War Zombies a lot right now, so, you know, I'm gonna take that as a W. So I'm pretty much just enjoying the fact that I enjoy Cold War Zombies, and I'm just focusing on that. Now, as for the blueprints, I'm guessing you're talking about the Mastercraft weapons that are in Cold War, as well as the microtransactions for weapons and how you can earn them. I'm just gonna say it now, they ain't it, okay? Microtransactions just have not worked for COD in my opinion. Like, essentially what I'm getting at is that they should probably dial it back a little bit with how hard they are throwing the microtransactions in your face whenever you're on the game, and how sometimes it can feel a little bit pay to win. In order to get Mastercraft weapons and all these said microtransactions, or at least some of them, I think it's a bit of a grind. It's just very annoying. I wish there was an easier way to earn COD points, but the battle pass does help with that grind a little bit, because you do get some cool stuff from it. And yes, I can definitely believe that with all of these microtransactions just shoved down your throat, I can really believe that it costs over $500+. Don't know how much that is in pounds back here, but it's still a lot. Next question comes from AK Productions. They ask, what are your thoughts on how Lex reacted to your analysis and even finally explained stuff like his Ukrainian origins? Whew, okay, there's a lot to say here, but I'll try my best to not go on for too long. So for those wondering, a few months back, I made a COD Zombies iceberg video. I found this iceberg list, and I basically did a load of research and explained every single entry on the list. Now in the video, fun little fact, I say it took a month, but I wasn't talking about the whole video. That was just the research. I would say the whole video took about 3 months in total to make. In short, I wanted this video to be the Mona Lisa of my channel, you know, the best thing I have on my channel. And let's just say, it definitely is. I woke up one day and boom, this video just started taking off. As I'm recording this, it's hit nearly 160,000 views, and it's probably where most of you found this channel. And because this was blowing up so much, and I woke up one day again, and I got a few comments saying, Lex reacted to your iceberg, and I freaked out because Lex is one of my favorite content creators on the platform, okay? And he has been a huge inspiration for me making videos on YouTube, and so seeing that this iceberg reached him, I think you can understand why that's really exciting, but the fact that he and his stream got some entertainment out of watching it, it was really humbling to see. So I'm gonna say to Lex one more time, just thank you, you're a homie. This next question comes from Slal1968. They say, congratulations dude, I know I've already tossed you a few questions, but I think I've got a good one for you. If you were caught in a zombie apocalypse, who would you want to have in your crew to fight along with? I know the default would be the Primus or Ultimus crews, but think of all the possibilities of different badasses in your crew. Who wouldn't want to kick some zombie ass with JFK, Danny Trejo, Dempsey, and I don't know, maybe Misty? She's cool. Now, I'm guessing this is just purely zombies related characters, and if that's the case, I think... this one's a really tricky one. I'll pick 3 because I'm guessing that would mean I'm a 4th member of the crew. We'll start with Primus Richtofen because he knows what he's doing, he actually understands what's going on, and he can probably make more wonder weapons. We'll go with Primus Dempsey as well because he seems a bit more screwed on than Ultimus Dempsey, and I definitely feel a lot safe around him. And I think for the final one, we'd go with someone like JFK or something because he's a goddamn president. He's just such a badass, and that speech he gave in the opening cutscene for 5, I mean, you are more than welcome to come on the team. Keep that energy up. This question comes from Trixx, and he says, do you hate Cold War multiplayer? Because I hate it with a passion. I get very frustrated when I try to level up my guns for Dark Aether when I play it. It has been affecting me, so how do you feel about Cold War multiplayer? Do you love it or hate it? Q&A question. As I stated in an earlier question, I'm not a fan of Cold War multiplayer. It had the potential to be fun, and I feel like you could go on for a few matches and have a good time, but once that skill-based matchmaking starts kicking in, and how there's a lot of unbalanced weapons, and as for that Dark Aether grind, brother, I understand, okay? Can we get an F for Trixx in the comments, okay? Just, if you have made it this far, we need a big F in the comments for his suffering, because I understand how it feels, and I've took a bit of a break from the Dark Aether grind because I honestly got tired of using the same gun for like 2 weeks and then just having to move on to another gun and then rinse and repeat, especially if it's a gun I didn't enjoy using, and that made it worse for me. This next question is from Slal1968 again, and the first part of the comment is just them talking about the video I asked for questions on, and they were just talking about the topic of the video and then just congratulating me on 1,000 subs, and thank you, by the way. And the question is, guess I might as well ask you a question now, huh? So what made you want to start a COD Zombies gaming channel? If you were at Treyarch, would you scrap the current storyline in favour of continuing the previous one? And finally, what's your favourite map and why is it Transit? So first off, the reason I made a COD Zombies gaming channel, well, to be honest, at first it wasn't just zombies. I kind of did a variety of things, and I don't mean just like 2 or 3 things, like I would just play any game I felt like playing, but that was years ago, and that was when I was a lot younger. All those types of videos are off the channel now anyway. I just really enjoyed COD Zombies. My friend showed me it once when I was younger. I just kind of clung to it because I really enjoyed it, and when I realized that there was a story starting to unfold, I started watching storyline videos on YouTube, and that's when I found all these wonderful content creators like Mr. Waffles, Mr. TLXFi, like I mentioned earlier, Mr. Dalek JD, and many others that I just haven't mentioned. I was really inspired and I just enjoyed making videos, so after I watched them make all these videos and stuff, I thought, oh my god, I want to do that. I decided to make COD Zombies the main focus of the channel, since that's where my passion was with it, and so here we are today now. As for whether or not I would scrap the current storyline in favour of continuing the previous one, aka the Aether storyline, that's a very tricky question, and to be honest, if I were to continue the Aether storyline, I don't know what would happen after or how I would end it. The only thing I would have put in was maybe the Great War or something, because that should have been included if you ask me. I mean, the whole of Black Ops 3 was leading up to that moment, and whilst Cold War's story isn't its strong point at all for this year, but I definitely feel like the Aether story needed to end whether we liked it or not. So I wouldn't scrap the current storyline, I would just just make it a lot better, because oh boy, it isn't as captivating as the Aether story at all. And what is my favourite map and why is it Transit? I'm sorry to say, Transit is my second favourite map. Okay, I'm just kidding, but my actual favourite map is either Origins or Mob of the Dead, and I've got to be honest, my answer will vary depending on what day you ask me. I think they're both just 10 out of 10 maps and they deserve all of the praise that they get. The next question is from Javier Weiner, I hope I pronounced that right, and this is a simple question: Blundergat or Acid Gat or Lava Gat? I have forgot what the Lava Gat is like, to be honest. It's been a while since I even booted up Black Ops 4, but if I had to choose one, Vitriolic Withering. And on to the final question of the video, and this is from Crix. Crix says, congrats on 1k my brother, what was your first COD and when did you play it for the first time? Thank you for the congrats, and my first COD was World at War, although I believe the first time I played it, it was when Black Ops 1 was out. It was around 2011 when Resurrection came out, and yet my first COD was still World at War, which I find kind of funny. And my first map was actually Narked Durham Toten as well, and after I finished playing Narked, it was a magical experience. I swear I grew a beard just from playing it, and that's when a young Jude decided that he really enjoyed COD Zombies. And that's gonna do it for today's Q&A. Thank you so much for, I may as well say 2k at this point because we are right round the corner from it, so thank you from the absolute bottom of my heart. It sounds cliche, I know, but it's just crazy to see how much support the channel's been getting, and it really does keep striving me to go forward in a better direction, pretty much, and just keep making good content, or at the very least tolerable content. But anyways, I'm gonna leave this video here today. If you enjoyed, be sure to smash the like button, comment any questions you'd want to ask down below, I'll answer as many as I can, and only a very small percentage of people are even subscribed to the channel, so if you're still here or you're enjoying the content, then just subscribe already. It's completely free and you can change your mind whenever you want. Turn on the notification bell too to stay notified whenever I upload. Thank you so much once again. Okay, I really can't stop saying it, and I will see you next time.